What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Famous Chili Podcast. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on all of our platforms for our latest content. Guys, recently, my mom, not only my mom, but a lot of people in my family have been talking about marriage, right? And not mine, obviously, because I'm too young, but
probably yours too.
a lot of my cousins. Well, I'm 21, so but a lot of my cousins are thinking about getting married, have gotten engaged in the last year, 2 years. And so that, some of them are arranged and some of them are love. And so it's kind of brought me to a question that I wanted to pose to you guys, which is, at what age do you think you would want to get an arranged marriage? At what point in your life do you give up on your own matchmaking and give it to your parents to rizz up other people's parents, and then hopefully you somehow get an arranged marriage?
Can we define the terms of arranged marriage?
That's tough.
It's your parents are arranging it for you.
Okay, but because I want to make sure, because what happens? Do you introduce her to the girl, or they introduce you to the girl, and you guys date for a year, for 2 years? Is that still considered arranged marriage, or is it just or you meet the girl immediately?
Oh no, I think we got to make it stricter than a year. I feel like a year's too generous. A year's too generous.
Like I'd say 6 months to a year, and also completely normal. 6 months, 6 months to a year. Also, even in my parents' time, you're not just gonna meet someone and boom, the consent has to be both ways, right? So
no. Listen, Prem, because the thing is, they'll meet and they'll agree on marriage, and while they're prepping the marriage, the engagement parties, that's when they'll get acquainted with each other.
Yep.
So that's their dating.
That's what that means.
But it was already decided that you two are going to get married. It can't be a thing where after the 6 months, you decide. It's right away.
Okay, let's put it like this way: 2-3 months in, you get you get engaged. Then after that, it's 2-3 months, 4 or 5 months. Then you get the wedding, wedding and all that stuff. Yeah.
Okay. I think that's a good definition. Yeah, because I think if you leave it 6 months to a year, that's just a normal relationship at that point. You know, because there are plenty of people who just generally get
married after 6 months.
There are people who after a year will be engaged. There are people, especially.
Would you do that?
Depends how old I am.
Really?
Yeah,
I mean, if you're pushing,
and also how close
35s, 40s, if you're pushing 35, 40s, you want to make that happen right away. So if you still
also now it's different. Yeah, now it's different. People back in the day, it was pretty common. 1 year is a long time to be dating. That's considered a longer term relationship. You get married then. Now people are in relationships for years and years and years before they get married. I don't know what caused that, but that is generally the trend we're seeing, where people are together way longer before actually.
Maybe they get into relationships later.
Maybe it's financial also, but
maybe the talking stage is a lot longer.
That's true. No, but I think
at some point
there was the same amount back then.
It's the same amount of you got to get to know someone at a certain point, right? That level, that duration has to be the same over time. So
I think just in general, today's generation is a little bit less quick to hit marriage.
I don't even know. I don't know if it's quick. It's I think we're more picky. I feel
that's true.
Especially on on the girl side as well. I feel like men may be less picky.
Back-to-back weeks.
Oh my god! What just happened?
Oh my
god! What just happened?
Please tell me it at least caught that on camera. My god! Please tell me it at least got caught on camera. Today has been a bad day, man.
Rishi really got you falling off your chair, bro. Oh my god, we can't even see your face, bro. Oh my
dude,
god.
What the hell was that, bro?
How did that happen?
Oh my god!
Wait, I feel like I need to watch that back right now, bro. Oh my god!
Did the chair just malfunction, bro? What happened?
No, I think I malfunctioned.
Bro just fell off. What the?
Maybe a certain person came in earlier and stole some of the screws out of my chair, man.
bro said back-to-back weeks, and then God was like, nah, bro. Oh my god. First,
I gotta
Rishi
say
talks
that
about
was one of
Angel.
the, like.
First, Rishi talks about Angel Reese. Then he talks about this, and then Ari somehow gets punished for it, not Rishi.
Wait,
That's
Bro,
crazy.
why did I get fucking punished for
hold on.
that?
I just want to make something. I hate the spinoff that you guys are spinning it off to make me seem misogynistic in any way.
No, we're joking, bro.
I'm being general.
Man, I gotta catch my breath.
Dude, I think as a guy, bro, on the stage, I'm also probably on the more pickier side, more picky than most people when it comes.
Oh, you
to,
definitely are, man. You definitely are.
Right? So I
Definitely are.
I'm just saying like from experience, but I'm just saying I think like girls just definitely like I'm not saying like I'm just saying the majority of them just look for a lot more. They look more particularly, into specific things into guys. And I just feel like a lot of that, is kind of the reason why they need 1 year is not enough because they feel like they don't see the true you in 1 year, so they need 2 years. But sometimes 2 years, something happens, like a rift happens, and then let's push it out for 1 more year, date for 1 more year, see if it works. And by then you're dating for 4 years. Parents are wondering when the hell you're gonna get married.
I agree. I feel like that makes more sense. I think it's just back in the day, there's more of an expectation of being married young, which is why people after 1 year.
So are you telling me like Bill Belichick's girlfriend's picky? Or are you telling me like, are you telling me the Raiders the Raiders
older, bro. She
girlfriend is picky?
She didn't even know he was rich.
Yeah, she just said he liked his smile.
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Belichick smile?
No. The Raiders owner's girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
Mark Davis's girlfriend was like,
Right.
I didn't even know he was rich. I just loved his smile.
Dude. You have to pull up a picture of Mark. Just search up a picture of Mark Davis, and you'll understand why we're crashing out. Like if you don't know who Mark Davis is, first of all, his haircut. He's not a good looking dude.
It's a bowl. It's like the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I've seen this guy.
Like to be honest, like good for her. She's getting her bag, but let's not lie. Like, are we dead serious? You were with him for his looks and his personality, not his money.
Come on, man. What do you expect? No, let's lie. Like, what are you gonna say on national TV? You're gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm with him for his money. Like, who's gonna say that?
You don't say anything, though. You don't say anything at all. Everyone knows she's there for the bag.
I mean, that's the elephant in the room, right? But anyways, going back to the picky or not picky, but going back to your, so like what age would you guys kind of give it up?
When do we give it up? Oh man.
It's kind of tough.
Because I think there's two parts to this. One is age, but I think two is your experiences, right? Like if in 3 or 4 years or if you've had like 3 or 4 relationships long term and they've kind of like just fallen through for whatever reason, maybe you've gotten cheated on, maybe something happened. There's a high possibility that you've kind of given up on love at that point, right?
No, I think it's only age for me.
It could go. I think it could go either way though, because it could also be like, what if you not had any like experience? Then you're just like, fuck, maybe I just don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I need somebody else to do it for me. You know. So I feel like it could go either way.
How important do you guys think experience is with relationships?
Very, I would say. Oh, actually,
good question.
Is there like a one size fits all way to be a good boyfriend?
No.
That's what I feel like expected, right? I feel like people just expect you to like you have experience. That means you're a good boyfriend. I feel like that's not how that works.
No, not necessarily. I think it's more just like it increases the chances of you like fixing yourself.
No, you're not fucking up initially. You're not fucking up initially. I think that's what it fixes.
Yeah, what I mean is you might make certain mistakes earlier on, and then you learn from that, and so in the next one you might not make that same mistake at least again.
Like
not saying that it is like a one size fits all, but it is like if there's some general things that are like obvious, but you just might not have realized like about yourself. Well, but that's like an obvious one. That's what I'm saying. Like, but something else that's like smaller, minor that you might not have thought of like, or like maybe being as attentive as you should have. You might fix that in the next one. But
fair enough.
It's not something that you might realize unless you have that experience. But again, how many people we know like they'll be with I know plenty of people whose parents were like together in high school, and they stuck together. So that was probably like their first serious relationship. And it worked out, right? Because I think it's also just about expectation and like patience from both people of like realizing like, okay, we both are kind of in this for the first time. We both are like learning and like gaining at the same time. So I feel like then it has like there's so many different things that go into it. I don't think you can just label it down.
We might need to introduce a new like love doctor segment with Ari, bro. Like this guy's preaching, bro. He's preaching.
I am the last person who should be talking about this. Get Nishk, man. Get Nishk.
Yeah, dude. I mean, the thing about high school is like you're so young and you're so immature that like honestly like these things kind of just like work out. Like if you start dating in high school And like if you make it past high school, I feel like you have really good odds of just like sticking through. Now the only chance where like it could very much fall through is your freshman year of college. When you enter like a whole new realm of like experiences, that's when you can get like
I disagree. I
enticed
think
by a
No,
lot
but
more, a
that
lot
is
of
like
different
that is a
types of people.
challenge. That
no,
is a
it is.
It's
challenge.
I
definitely
think
a
it's
big
any
challenge.
point in college because that's really realistically when you're going to be long distance, assuming you guys go to different schools at
No,
any
no.
point in college.
All I'm saying is, I think if you can make it past that first year hump in college, I feel like you can
Yeah.
make it past the rest of it.
The first
I
one
feel
is
like
the
that
hardest
first year
one
hump
by
is the
far.
hardest one.
It's the hardest one, but I still think college in general is the
Yeah,
hardest.
no,
phase.
it definitely
right,
is.
right,
It definitely
really
is.
hard.
But I feel like the
He's
test of
narrowing it
like
down.
not
Yeah.
seeing each other every day to just like let's say you even go to the same school, you probably see her or him less. But like if you go to different schools, like you don't know what the other person's up to. You have no idea what they're up to. Like, you just have to. There's so much trust involved with it
Trust.
that like it's insane. But back to your original question, I know you said that like we were talking about experience, and we were talking about age. I think for me, it's just age. I don't think I'd give up that easily if I've had some like bad experiences. It's just more like if I've given up on age, like, and honestly, like arranged marriage, I feel like it's very looked down upon. Like look at
I was
all
gonna
of our
say this. Yeah.
parents. Like look at all our parents. Like sure, their scenario is extremely different than what we've been put in. But like think about the amount of like trust and sacrifice that they've made for each other as like almost two strangers, and what they've built. Because I feel like all of our parents have been married for over 25 years, right? Minimum, or
I think so,
almost. Maybe
yeah.
they almost have. But like I feel like, dude, they're like it may not have been like a love marriage at first, but I feel like they're so much more connected and in tune than like most love marriages.
I think it's
I
very
feel like you
much
get
like
blinded by love sometimes too.
they they got into it and then they learned to love each other. I think
Yeah,
that's a
exactly,
very much a
exactly
real
that.
thing.
Yeah,
But at the same time, I also think a lot of people who are, arranged marriage, like not saying our parents, I'm saying in general, especially in India, like these people really don't like they have to sacrifice, but it's not out of like love. It's not out of the person for each other. It's like it's out of the stigma of like cannot get divorced. Like you have to do this, you
Yeah.
have to do that. And they sacrifice a lot of their own self respect, a lot of their own lifestyle for the quote unquote marriage, the quote unquote perfect relationship that
yeah.
really doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And so I think that's something to definitely keep in mind. So, but Rishi, what age would you say? Like
Yeah. We gotta put
35?
a number on it. What age?
Age.
Okay. I was gonna say, Prem. I think that might be around where I sit. 35.
Okay.
35.
I don't even know if our parents gonna make it. Like 35 is like 15, 14 years away. Oh no, actually, never mind. I would hope they're still living at that point. But like at that point,
What?
no. But I'm trying to be realistic, right? Like 35. How would your parents even like set something up for? Oh, okay, but this is also different for me because right,
What?
because my parents weren't arranged marriage, right? So that's not even like a thought that they've had for us. So I don't know who they would like. Who are they gonna call? Like,
No, but they play like everyone's parents know someone, like someone's friend's daughter.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
Especially
it's
at
just a
that age,
nice
like everyone's
girl,
doing
like,
all that matching shit.
35.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
I think 35
35
might
is
be the
young, dude.
cutoff.
35 is young.
Is
bro.
it?
I feel like you
35 is
have
late,
time,
bro.
dude. No, I don't think 35 is late at all. I definitely like honestly. I think like for me to get an arranged marriage, once again, I'm not looking down upon it, but like
Mhm.
I'd like to at least give it a shot till like 45, or maybe like no, maybe not 45. Maybe
I
like
think 40.
42,
I would say
43,
45,
43.
dude.
45 is crazy. At that point, what's the point, man?
45.
At that
42,
point, just get a bunch
42.
of dogs. You're okay, man. Like at that point,
No,
man.
no, no, no,
Like,
At
dude,
that
dude,
point,
like,
just live the Jordan Belfort lifestyle, bro.
people get
Hey,
married.
he
at
was married
45,
twice,
bro.
man. He was married twice.
Dude, I've seen people who've
3
gotten married
times.
at 45 and they're like so extremely in love. Like they find the right person, but they just find it late. Like that's not meant like once again, it's all stigma. It's all stigma. You know, you're supposed to get married in your 20s. Like, there's no one right way to do it. And if hopefully it doesn't come to the point where I'm not married by the time I'm 42, which would honestly that would suck. That would really suck. But yeah, I think that's my number. What about you, Prem?
I don't know.
You hear that?
Yeah.
We got ad libs, man.
I don't think he liked my answer.
I don't think he liked that I was pausing, bro. I'd say like 35, honestly. 35, 36. But at the same time, like I kind of agree with Rishi, like there's no one right way to do it. Like
Yeah.
love is pretty spontaneous. Like you could definitely find your person.
Yeah. Would you be like? Are you guys like strongly opposed to the idea of it, though?
So actually, it's
Like,
interesting.
have your
I'm
parents
not opposed
tried?
to it. No, that's the opposite. So I'm not opposed to it, but my parents would be like, "We're never doing this for you."
Really?
They're the ones who are denying.
They said we will never do it for you.
Yeah,
you will beg us. We will not do it for you.
I've never like I don't think anyone in my family's ever had that conversation of arranged marriage. It's always just optimism, like they'll find somebody soon enough.
Yeah,
like
my parents
the thing is, like,
never thought of it that way.
you know, like the thing is, like, my
Well, your
parents
parents were
got an
love
arranged
marriage, right? Ari?
Yeah, so my
Yeah.
parents weren't arranged, so
Yeah, but
they
my
would never.
parents got an
That'd be
arranged
really
marriage?
ironic.
That'd be hella ironic.
That'd be really
That'd
ironic.
that would be pretty ironic. No, the thing is, like my parents got an arranged marriage, but they're also big believers in just finding love. It doesn't matter when. It really doesn't matter when. And that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, I feel like there's late, 2025, 2024, like 2020. There's so much pressure to do everything so correctly. You know, like there's no free will in terms of like one right way to do it.
I had a question. So, do you guys like what would happen, right, if the younger child, so like Hrishi, if your younger sister, if Ari, you or me got married before the older child, what would happen in the house?
In that case, I lost.
Really?
I lost.
Is this an Indian thing? I think
this is an Indian
It's an
thing.
ego thing. It's an ego thing.
Bro, what are you beefing your little sister who's like 4 years younger than you? Like
you guys don't understand my little sister. The first question she asked me every time I come home is if I found a girlfriend yet, and my answer is no.
That's sweet,
And
man.
no, it's not sweet. And then she's like, "I'll probably get married before you." Like,
damn.
Oh,
she's putting you on the clock, bro.
I'll probably get married before you. I was like, so she's 6 years younger than me, for example. But honestly, like, if I make it to 40 without marriage, she got it. Like, it's all her. Honestly, if I make it to 30 something without marriage, she's gonna get married before me. Like, I honestly have to. I have to give myself till 30 to get married. I can't let her win. It's like an ego thing. You know what I'm saying? I can't get, dude. You can't get married after your little sibling, bro.
Why?
Well, I feel like with Hrishi is different. He's 6 years older. Ari, you're what?
Difference, bro.
We're 4 years.
I'm 2.
We're
so
still
like,
pretty
I guess
big.
it's like it's not that big of a difference.
You can't
For you,
say
it doesn't matter.
Yours 2 years is like the same age.
Bro.
You're the same age.
Years is
Pretty much.
almost the same
Like
thing, bro.
yours is nothing.
Yeah, man. 2 + 2 is 0, right?
Yeah.
4 years is still a lot, too, bro.
4 years is a lot. 4 years is a lot. Like 4 years is a significant gap.
Yeah, but
2 years.
Ari's a little player, so like who knows?
No. But here's the difference.
I don't need this narrative going around.
He's the GT guy.
No. I'll expose everybody right now.
If I had Nishk here, I feel like Nishk would back me up completely. You guys are both younger siblings, so you guys don't have a right.
Yeah, we're the younger ones. Yeah,
you guys don't understand turmoil of being the older sibling. I don't want to get into this because we've got into this, but you guys don't go through anything, bro. Like honestly, you guys don't get. You guys are the loved ones in the family, bro. Like, let's be honest, the favorite child. You're laughing because you guys know I'm right, bro.
No, I'm laughing because of what Ari sounded.
No. In general, he's right. Yeah, but okay. Again, though, coming back to Prince's thing of like the younger child thing, why is that like a thing? Because my parents, I don't think my brother would mind much. Now, in our situation, I don't think there's ever a doubt that I will be married after my brother. Like, I don't think that will ever be the case where I'm married before my brother.
It's very much like a timeline thing. So it's very much like, you know, your older one gets married first, and then the second one, and then the older one gets kids first, and then the second one.
But why does it matter? Why does it matter? It's not school where like you're like graduating.
You're talking about a culture that has caste systems and has structure. Okay,
right, but I'm saying, why are they still doing it? Why are they still doing it to this day? Where it's like the parents expect the older one to. I mean,
it's not still doing it. It just naturally happens first because they go through the whole experience first.
It should be a natural thing, right? It is like a normal thing. Like you would expect someone who's older to get married first. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But people genuinely expect it, and some people genuinely say like you can't like get married before this person. Like, what are you doing?
Small percentage. Like I can tell you,
I'd say like it's a quarter.
Because I feel like my parents have brought it up before, where they're like, "Oh, well, but you're the older brother. Like, you have to do these things you have to do these things first. Like." And it's like, what?
Well, these things. Well, we're talking about marriage, really.
Yeah, right. No. But that's what I'm saying. Like that falls on. I'm saying to generalize, but they've mentioned like marriage and stuff first, and then my brother's like, "Man, Toby's not getting married before me, man." You know, like, but Yeah.
Really?
Damn.
Dude, I feel like my parents my parents kind of just laugh when my sister says that because they're like honestly just they just laugh with her. They're like, if it happens, it happens. Really, I don't think my parents
Yeah.
are too like they wouldn't be like, my mom wouldn't be fond of it, to be honest. My mom would not be fond of it at all.
Oh no, realistically, I don't
getting
think any of our
married.
parents would really care. Like, it's
Yeah, I
just
don't
like
think
they
they
just
care.
say it as like a
Rishi's
joke.
saying the
like,
opposite. Rishi's saying he's saying
What am I saying?
his
the
mom
opposite?
wouldn't be fond of it.
Oh,
No,
really?
like-
I think my parents just say it to like mess around. I don't think they actually like.
dude. Like
care
like
that
in
much.
reality, my mom wouldn't care, but she's like,
What are they gonna
she's
do?
like,
What are they gonna
she's
do?
probably come up to me and she's probably come up to me like, what the hell are you doing, bro?
Yeah,
Ashley,
yeah,
lock
yeah,
in.
yeah,
What are you doing,
yeah,
bro? Like, what are you doing?
yeah.
Like, please
Lock in, bro. Yeah.
Like, actually
in,
get it done.
bro.
Bro. What are you doing? Oh wait, actually, question for you guys too, because this is something I've debated between my own family as well.
Mhm.
So there's like there's a lot of people in my family who would prefer to have their dream wedding versus use that money for something else. Where do you guys
This is a
stand?
good question. This is a
Ooh.
Where
good
do you guys
question.
stand?
That's
Where
a
do you guys
great
stand on the
question.
dream wedding versus, let's say, like dream vacation, or you funnel the money into something else,
Oh.
etc. So okay, fine. No. Actually, we'll make it three. We'll make it dream wedding, small wedding, dream vacation, or funnel the money into etc.
Can we? Are we saying vacation or like honeymoon? Can we like
Honeymoon. That's what he means.
Like the honeymoon vacation, like
Okay,
a dream
okay,
honeymoon
okay.
vacation with your significant other.
Oh, that's tough.
Here's my thing is like, I think if you're gonna have a dream wedding, you gotta have a dream. Like the dream vacation cost pales in comparison to the wedding cost, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
like,
yeah. Not even
if you
close.
have the money for a wedding, you're gonna probably spend an extra 5K for a good dream. It's also 2 people. The cost is probably not gonna
That's
go
true.
more than like a certain amount. Like, I think it kind of goes hand in hand.
No. I'm saying, like, let's say you spend 120 grand on the wedding, you have like a 40 grand vacation. Like you go
Oh
crazy.
god, who do you think we are, bro? What the fuck?
What type of vacation?
objective
What type
scenario.
of vacation?
Yeah.
Objective
What type
scenario,
of vacation
bro.
is 40 grand?
Like, I don't know, like the Airbnb, like you get as a mansion. You rent out a Lamborghini for a week. Like I'm talking about the most exclusive, like everything you wanted to do in a vacation.
Okay.
At half the cost of a wedding, but you still have the wedding. You know what I'm saying? Like a small wedding.
Right. Here's the thing, right? To me, dream wedding isn't that big or extravagant. I've never been to an Indian wedding, so I don't really like the idea of having like so many people who I barely even know there. That is not something that appeals to me at all. Like I would rather have my ideal wedding would be like a very small, intimate, just like close friends, family kind of thing from like both sides, and that would be it. But that doesn't mean it can't be like extravagant because there's few people. You know, like I think you could go to a really nice like location and do like a destination wedding like that. I think outdoor
like
weddings
Como
are beautiful, like, you
incoming.
could do that.
Okay, Ari.
Like,
Yeah.
that's the dream. That's
But
the
I'm
dream.
saying that kind of vibe I think is something I value more. And I think I think Prem said it, but the vacation lasts longer, right? Where it's like you get to maybe enjoy it for more time. But
Well, not for an Indian wedding.
But oh, okay, yeah, true.
Indian wedding's like a week and get it done.
Yeah.
You can go on more than a week-long vacation. For
Yeah, but you can stay on the
honeymoons are
honeymoon for
usually
longer
than a week.
after.
Right?
You can stay on the honeymoon.
But still, after a certain point, it's gonna drop off. Whereas having one day that is absolutely amazing is gonna leave a much better lasting memory on you than like the money spread out over like 2-3 weeks of like a bunch of random things you like. And also
That's
you
a
get
really
to
good
enjoy it
point.
with other people. Like you get to enjoy it with your friends and family.
That's
Whereas
a
like
really,
if
really good point.
like on the vacation with your honeymoon, you're just with you and your wife. And you know, I already hate my wife. Where it's like, oh, I don't want to just spend time with you, but like,
Yo,
but like
shut up.
no,
What?
no, I'm
Get this guy out of here.
No, you're misinterpreting. I'm saying that's what it sounds like. I'm saying that's what it sounds like I'm saying, I guess, which is not how I mean it to sound. But I'm saying we're like, wouldn't you rather have the day where you get to enjoy it with all of the people who you've known throughout your life who are like really important to you rather than just one person?
That's a good take.
I'd rather have that extravagant event with everybody.
I'd say for me, I'd rather have the extravagant event. And for me, it's the flip of what Ari said. My dream vacation isn't like the Lambo, isn't the mansion, Airbnb.
Same, yeah.
Like it's more like, I think my dream vacation max for 2 people is gonna be like 5K max, right? Where it's like
vacation.
More
yeah.
than
Prem,
that, dude.
plan a
Bro.
vacation. Plan a vacation. No. And you're
Oh, but
staying
like
in
a
like,
real
bro,
one.
like
Yeah,
you're
a real
staying in
one, I guess.
hostels.
I guess.
Bro, I'm planning my month-long trip in Japan, and it's a lot,
Yeah,
bro.
that's a
Like,
month long, and it's also
right, right,
Japan. Like
right,
Japan's
right.
like a whole like fucking thing away, bro. You know what I mean? Like it's so far. Like
Well, where
I
are you
guess
going? New York? You're just
no,
taking a
I was
drive.
gonna go to
You taking the NJ Transit up to your honeymoon, man? Like, what are you doing?
like a Caribbean island or like Greece or something. I'm not like or maybe like I feel like the
Greece
only
is far,
one.
bro. Greece,
Yeah, but
get
it's
ready
not.
to
It's
blow
not
up.
Japan level. It's
Huge
not
bag.
Japan.
Yeah,
Huge
crazy.
It's
bag.
not
It will be
Japan
more
level.
expensive than Japan.
No, it's not. I guarantee you, it's
Prem,
You
not.
go to
Prem,
Santorini. You go to
Prem.
Greece is more expensive. I can
The
guarantee.
flight,
Those-
the flight,
No,
the flight
forget
is
the
not.
flight. Forget the flight. I'm talking about why. But the flights
The
to Japan will be more
expenses
expensive.
the
But
expenses
while you're
there
in
in
Japan,
Santorini.
things in Japan are dirt cheap compared to Greece.
Oh, really? Maybe
Especially,
also,
especially the kind of Greece that you're trying to go to for like a honeymoon kind of thing. Where
yeah.
it's like
Also,
island
like
Greece.
maybe
Like you're
the only
definitely going to
place
like
I would
top tier
Santorini
compare,
or something.
villas,
Yeah.
resorts. Yeah,
the
yeah.
only
You're
place
dropping
I would
back.
compare is Australia, I guess, in terms of flight
Mhm.
costs. But other than that, like I like somewhere like that, right? Okay, maybe like 10 grand, fine. But it pales in comparison to the wedding, where like I would want an extravagant wedding. Like my dream wedding would be, again to what Ari said. I want a lot of people, but just people I know. I don't want people who I hate, A, and I don't want B, I don't want family members who I don't know. That's very simple,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Those are two
yes.
things. However, I do want friends,
Impossible.
acquaintances that I know. I want them there. I will invite them there,
Can I
right?
come?
It will be a pretty fucking big wedding, right? The
Oh,
problem
damn,
is I need a girl
can't.
first, but that's besides the point. But my thing is the venue, pretty big venue, right? Stuff like that. I feel like this again, all the points that Ari said. Also,
Is my mic on?
hopefully, crossing my finger, it only happens one time, right? So of course I'm gonna spend the
No,
most
no, no,
money
no,
and
no.
make sure it's
You are
special.
Indian. You're Indian. It can only happen one time. It can only happen one time.
Exactly.
So can I come?
So no, you're the only one not invited.
Cool.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's my, and then hopefully it also depends on how old you are, right? Because like if you're 35 and getting married, you have the bag to like do a fucking
Dream wedding,
tour.
dream age, bro. Dream wedding, dream age. Dream
Okay,
age
but
to
yeah,
get
so
married.
then
That's counted
whatever.
into
So
it.
like I don't want my
35 is late to be married, bro.
35 is late. 35 is late.
I'm just saying in terms of
Yeah,
financial,
yeah.
but like I'm saying like my dream wedding would probably be in a destination, right? People I want. After Hrishi says his, I have a follow-up question to that, which I want to ask you guys, but Hrishi, go first. What do you think?
Yeah.
I feel like some of the things that you guys have said have kind of changed my perspective. Because
Okay.
I'm always like the thing is I really enjoy big weddings, but I feel like I can never allow myself to put that sort of like financial burden on my family unless like I'm paying for the whole wedding. But I think by the time, knock on wood, hopefully when I get married, I don't know if I'll have enough financial stability to like afford a wedding. So there's like the financial burden is huge. So I've always fought for like the smaller wedding type, kind of small and intimate. But the problem is I have like too big of a family to let that happen. Like there's always going to be somebody that you just have to invite. And like, for example, if I'm not paying for the whole wedding, I can't control who I can invite or not invite. Like, for example, like a lot of the time in Indian culture, a lot of the time the family, like your mother and father, end up paying for the wedding. That's how it is. Or you pay for half or something like that. Because
Yeah.
like that's how it is. Sometimes in my family, my friend's family, stuff like that as well. Like sometimes like the
I
parents will pay
thought
for the
it's
wedding.
typical for like just not even an Indian culture. I thought it's more of just like an olden day tradition where like the bride's family usually pays for weddings. At least I've seen that in like a lot of movies and like shows where it's typical for
Yeah,
the
that's what I
brides to
thought too. But now it's
for-
more split.
It's more just like a split
Yeah.
between the two families. The two
Makes
families like
sense.
decide
But it
how
was
they
very
want to
much
split
like
it.
that.
It makes more sense. It's less traditional.
Even the only wedding I went to, which was like 10 years ago now, it
Damn.
was it that was only like the only one that I went fully to. I've gone to like receptions and stuff, but like the one I went fully to, that was the bride paid for the whole thing, and I was on the bride's side.
I thought you just went to a wedding, didn't you?
Yeah, that one was interesting. Cause thank you, Ari. I appreciate that. that was a good wedding, honestly. That I'm talking about before this one, right?
Right.
Before the one I
It's
just
like
went.
when something's like so fresh in your mind, you just don't like remember-
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah. So but okay. So now that we have that, so my question is: let's say you do have a destination, because Ari, you said your dream was at a destination. Mine is Hrishi.
Not
yours probably
necessarily,
is
but
too.
yeah.
Yeah. Would you, like, and assuming you're not taking the NJ Transit, you'd have to take a plane. Who are you responsible to fly out?
I was literally just
Family.
about to ask this.
Family,
I was just about
your
to ask.
family.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, like your immediate family. Depending on your wealth, how much you're willing to drop on your wedding, your budget, your extended family. But for someone like
Hell
me,
no.
my
Hell no.
extended.
Not extended.
But that's the thing. Like, it depends on how close you are to your extended family. You
Yeah,
know,
sure.
like your relation with them, how much you're willing to drop. Like for me, you know, like I would love to pay for like my extended family, but if we're going to Italy, like honestly, it's a lot of just like come by yourself, dude. It's honestly like it should never be expected for you to have to like pay
Yeah.
unless you got a bag. Unless you got a bag on this wedding.
How about
Even
your-
then, you shouldn't expect it. You shouldn't expect
shouldn't
How
it.
about your
expect to pay.
bachelor? How about your bachelor like group? Like your
Anyone
like
in
your,
anyone in like the
the
wedding
groomsmen.
party.
the
Yeah.
groomsmen? Yeah.
Nah, I don't think so.
That is, I think, one that I would probably.
You gonna make us pay, man? You gonna make us pay?
Oh shit! I mean, I make you pay for the flight. I get everything
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
I'd like.
Oh, so
that's
you,
what
you
I'm saying.
so you would do like a combination like for everybody though.
What do you mean?
Like you would get the hotel.
We're not sleeping
for,
on
like,
the road,
everybody.
buddy.
Yeah, so that's the thing. So
We're not
usually,
just
book
gonna wander
everybody-
to
you would
someone's
book
house
everybody's
and
stays?
cook some food.
No.
Dude,
So
bro.
that's,
house.
to be honest, sorry for you. Actually, no. Like that's the thing. Like, dude, this is too forward thinking. Way too forward thinking for me right now. But like, for example, like if we're doing a hotel stay, I'd probably pay for obviously my family, my extended family, both sides extended family, and my groomsmen. But then my wife would probably have to pay for her family,
Her brides
her extended family, her bridesmaid. Jeez, bro, I'm just not having a wedding, bro. It's already sounding hella expensive, bro. Dude,
Take the honeymoon. Take the honeymoon.
Dude, you don't
It's
understand.
not too late to change it, bro.
I'm thinking about my family right now. Like my immediate extended family is 30 people on my dad's side, and it's like 15 to 20 people on my mom's side, and then like
That's why you don't do extended family,
Bro. Just save yourself the
I'm
trouble.
getting
Take
stressed right now, bro.
take the NJ Transit is $13.
I'm
Okay,
getting stressed.
take the NJ Transit. Head up to New York. There you go. That's all the destination.
Did you guys ever
need, man.
consider a home wedding? Like doing one at your house?
Actually, that's kind of sweet. That's kind of nice.
Because I wouldn't mind doing it in my backyard.
That'd be cute,
Honestly,
that'd be
like
cute. I would
honestly,
mind.
that's honestly pretty cute.
Oh, not my backyard. Not my current backyard. But-
I'd rent out
but
Hrishi's
in
backyard.
general.
It has a pool. That's nice.
Yeah, you can come to my backyard. That's pretty
Probably
nice.
get a discount, right?
No.
Yeah, have Rio running around taking a shit in the corner.
Rio's not invited. Rio's not invited to my wedding.
I promise
He is
you.
the one person not invited to my wedding.
I promise you,
Prem,
dude.
if I have a wedding at my house, you're not gonna come because of my dog.
Well, it's not happening at your house. We know that.
If it was, you wouldn't come because of my dog.
I would, but I guarantee you.
What if
I
the dog's
guarantee
the ring
you
bearer?
The
We're
dog's
ring
gonna be on a
bearer.
leash. I guarantee you the dog's gonna be on a leash.
Oh, bro, you think Rio's gonna stay tamed on a leash? That man does what he wants,
your
man.
parents are gonna make you. 100%.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know that's
dude,
true
yeah.
too.
I think we got your ass. I don't think Prem's coming to your wedding, bro.
Bro wouldn't even come to my house.
I come to Tubby Garage, so it's different.
Yeah. But okay,
no,
but also on the other side though, I think we're all kind of saying like, oh yeah, just to finish Prem's question though, but so are we saying like who do we have to like pay for if
I
it's outside?
personally would do my immediate family and the groomsmen.
I would do just probably if it's also a joint thing, me and like the
Your
bride,
wife,
right?
like
So-
both sides
so
of things.
so
Yeah.
I'm saying my immediate family, her immediate family, that's it.
Oh.
I think,
That's
and
fair.
then I think everybody else has to figure it out. But then also on the other side, right? If it's your wedding and you're planning this trip, what's like a reasonable amount of distance to like be okay with people not coming? Like, say Prem, you decide to do it in like, I don't know, what's far away.
Oh no,
Like-
that's the point.
Say you
That's the
decide to
point.
do it in Australia, right?
No,
For some reason.
that's the point. The whole point of a destination is to like
It's to make
filter
sure that
fucking-
all the other idiots
That's the
don't come.
point,
Yeah.
Right. but what if like then I can't go because I say like that's just too far. I physically cannot make it during this time period. Then are you going to be upset because
Yeah,
you
that's
chose it
tough.
to be really far away? So what's like a reasonable like distance to like go
Anything
away
farther than Europe,
and expect?
I think is reasonable.
I think
farther
anything
than
out of the
Europe is
country is a little bit unreasonable to expect everyone to come.
No,
That's
I
the
think-
thing. Yeah, out of the
I think
country. you're
If I'm
pushing
paying
it.
yeah.
for it, because I'm paying for the groomsmen, I'm paying for the immediate.
Are you paying for the
family.
flights?
Oh, if no. If you're
Yes.
paying for stuff, it's
Oh,
different because then they have no excuse. But
I'm there, bro.
I,
Like,
am
what?
saying I'm saying in general. In general, like most people aren't able to cover everybody's like stuff like that. Right. So
Fine, then
I'm
I'll have
saying in
Hrishi
general,
pay
like,
for it himself, and then I'll cover it for you. All right, how about
oh,
I don't mind paying.
thank you, bro.
I don't
I'm
mind
joking.
paying. I'm giving you a terrible speech. Don't worry.
Remember when? No, sit your ass back down,
No,
bro.
no.
Oh man,
That's another thing.
You're-
Would you make like the best man or like the groomsman give speeches? Was that something that you would like force or
Hell
require? Because
yeah.
I see a bunch of people now. People realize like, dude, weddings have like such strict like traditions that people think you have to do, but it's your day. If you don't want to do something, you don't have
Yeah.
to do it.
No,
Like
but I would
know
want to
people,
do it. I think
I
that's
know
pretty
people
fun.
Dude,
who
I'd
have
want to
like
do it too.
who have like vetoed like first dancer stuff with their partner because they're just like,
What?
"Soccer, we just
Come
don't
on.
Really?
we don't care about that." Like,
But,
yeah,
no,
like
dude,
I've seen that, and they just because they're like, to us it doesn't really make a big deal. We're not like that. Like we'd rather just not care to do it. And they say also like we're not going to force our best man or like our groomsmen to make speeches, but we say if you want to do it, go ahead. I'm not going to put pressure on you though to say like, oh, don't forget to write your speech. Like for this
obviously,
thing. Like,
obviously. But the
That's
thing,
fair.
dude, here's the thing: is that like in most weddings, like the best man, best woman, like what is it called, brides? What's the
Bridesmaids.
like
Bridesmaids?
no, but who's
Maid of
like the
honor.
main maid of honor?
Maid
Sorry,
of
maid of
honor,
honor.
yeah.
The main.
Most of the time they end up doing the speeches, but I feel like stuff like that is like very like small, intimate moments, which
It's
just make the
wholesome
wedding
as fuck,
complete. It's
bro.
really
Yeah.
wholesome. It's really wholesome. It makes the wedding
Yeah.
complete. You know,
I mean, like
'Cause,
if you're if both of you guys aren't comfortable with like dancing and stuff, fine. Maybe the first dance is one thing, but like I feel like speeches is like that's like
Yeah.
something that like you
That's
would
fun.
do, right?
That's fun.
That's fun stuff.
speech is fun. No, yeah,
I hope my parents give a good speech. That's one thing. There is a thing though. So my mom,
Like I remember when Prem was so fat.
literally, that's literally what they do. Yeah.
My
No,
parents
but
would definitely give something similar. Like, I would be
tummy
really excited to
shit.
see my brother's speech. I feel like would be really good. I feel
So
like my brother
would
would
you,
give
my
so
really
that's the
sister's
question.
speech, I'm
Me,
scared.
Rishi, and Nishk, this doesn't apply to us. Two questions I have. One does apply to all of us, which I'll ask first, and then
Oh yeah.
So
what are you gonna say?
I think you know where I'm going with
Yeah.
this. Would you have your let's say your like your girlfriend or your fiance or whatever has a brother? Would you have him be part of your groomsmen?
No, if I'm not like close with them like that, no.
Yeah,
I
it's
thought you
gonna
were
be
gonna
close
say
to 'em.
would.
It's gonna be close
I
to
thought
'em.
were you gonna say would you make your brother your like best
That was my
man? 'Cause
next
that's
question,
your-
but that was mainly for
which
you.
no, I wouldn't do. And I wouldn't.
Damn. Clip that shit.
No.
Clip that shit
You can
right
be the
now.
groomsman. You can be the groomsman, but I feel like that's like too much of like an obvious given. Like, oh, it's your brother. You have to do. I don't want it. I don't ever want it to be a thing where it's just like, oh, well, you have to do this. Like,
Yeah,
I
fair,
want it to
fair,
be like out of choice. I want to choose someone who I generally think is like at that period of time who is the closest person to me,
Yeah.
who generally means the most to me at that point, or not means the most, but who am I close with at that point in my life? You know, like
And-
at that point,
and- but
who
then-
knows?
But
Like,
the thing is like if you're their best man, are they your best man?
oh.
That's tough.
That's tough also if it's like a group of friends also, because then
Yeah.
it's like what if one person's the only one who doesn't
Who
get
doesn't
like
get
chosen?
married?
No, but here's the thing.
No,
Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
but doesn't get chosen as
No,
like
fair, yeah.
someone's best man.
Literally, here's the thing with siblings, because I feel like in weddings there's your groups. You have your groomsmen, you have your bridesmaid, and you have the family. They're already part of one of like the big three groups, as in like they're already like it's already like the brother of the bride or like the brother of the groom. You know, like they already have that role where like it's kind of up there with like with groomsmen. You know what I'm saying? Like the family versus like the maid of honor or like the best man. I feel like it's right next to each other on like where they stand in the hierarchy. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you don't really need to make your brother your best man. Have like one of your best closest
that's a
friends,
great point.
but they're still the brother of the groom. You know what I'm saying?
That's a great point. I think one thing is like for me personally, I think what you just said, Rishi, kind of changed my perspective. I've always wanted to be a best man, but I think it maybe just one time. I think after that, like if you're in the groomsmen group, I feel like that means enough. In my opinion. I think that
Also,
means,
a lot of people today don't even. I'm seeing it's more common now where you don't even choose like one.
I think
best
that's
man.
better because that makes it low key problematic.
Yeah. Low-key, I would have a very hard time choosing one person. I'll be honest. I feel like it makes more sense to just have like a group of groomsmen and that's it. Like,
no, I agree because I don't think I have one entire best friend like where I can just like single that one person out. I think I have a lot of best friends, you guys included. Yeah. That like it's hard to me to choose.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's
or we come up with or we can come up with a system. We each just like trade off one.
Yeah, but then what if one person doesn't get married? Then we're fucked.
Oh shit.
That's the point.
Shit. Whoever has me, then watch out.
All right. Well, this kind of segues great into like kind of phases of life that we have. Right. We're thinking about future. We also have the past, right? Childhood and stuff. So obviously some like the past we all know what's happened, but in the future we don't know what's going to happen. But I had a question that's kind of been on my mind this week that I wanted to ask you guys, which was what era or what stage of your life do you guys want to live in currently? Do you wish you were back in your childhood?
Ooh,
do you wish you were 70
easy
years
for me.
old and retired and chilling? Do you wish you were 50, kind of in the prime of your career? What do you kind of wish, or I don't know, whatever. Where do you wish you are in your life right now?
Are we saying like if we had to live through that period of time right now in 2025, or
Yes.
if we get to just in our minds like we get to relive that period exactly how it was?
Well,
if
you
it's in the
can't relive
past,
the
like-
future, right? So like,
but then we just go to the future and live through our future, or is it like we're doing that
always the
now?
type to make
like,
everything so complicated.
no, because I need to know. Because if you're saying it's right now, it changes things. Because then I'm like, am I changing the past, or am I just?
Oh,
getting to,
no.
relive
Okay,
exactly
if it's
how
in
I
the
did
past,
things,
you're reliving your past right now, but for the first time, as if nothing's happened.
right.
In that period of time, right?
And it's still
then
everything.
If it's
Nothing
the future,
changes. It's exactly how
nothing
it was.
changed.
Okay.
Yeah, and if it's the future, it's now, but it's
Mhm.
like you're 70 years old or you're 50 years old.
Oh, so I'm
Or
70 years old, 50 years old in 2025.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Because or else there's so many different variables. Like, oh, shit could change and stuff. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
That
Bro,
honestly
low
changes
key,
my
low key,
answer.
make me 80. Make me 80.
Bro, what? I knew you were gonna say something stupid like that, bro.
Yeah.
That's not stupid, bro. Make me 80.
The same way I said Joey Chestnut's the best athlete in the world. So he wants to be 80
seriously,
years old.
seriously. By 80 years old, you're done. Like you don't have to. Everything's already done in your life. You don't have to worry. You don't have to stress
You can't
about
do
anything.
anything, bro.
You don't have
can't
to think
move,
about what's
like-
going on. You're done, man. Like you gotta chill. Or maybe 80 is a little too far. Maybe like maybe
60. If you're saying 60,
65.
50,
Maybe
yeah.
65, 70. You know, like
Right as the Medicaid hits, got it.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
Right as the Social Security starts
Yeah.
praying.
Let's say 120.
I was gonna say, I was gonna say like 6, 7 years old, but then I'm thinking right now, like I would still rather me be 6, 7 years old in the early 2000s rather than
Yes,
me being
that's-
6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old
exactly.
right now. So that
That's
would
what I
have
was
been my
asking.
immediate answer if I can go straight back to 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12. But right now, that's tough. I feel like I would want to be like 18 or like just straight to 21. You know what I'm
No.
saying?
Listen to what I'm saying. If it's in the past, then you're reliving it at that moment. If it's in the future, it's now.
Oh, so anytime I can go back to like 2007 if I want.
Yeah, and relive that for the first time
then-
ever.
Yeah, so easy, so easy. To just go back
okay.
to my childhood, bro. So easily go back to my childhood. I feel like I don't need too much justification there. I feel like everyone knows what it is. Like no responsibility, really no worry in life. Everyone's obviously different. When they were a kid, but that's just how I felt. I feel like,
but also there's downsides of being that young too, though. Like, sure, I agree. That's also when you are probably most happiest, but at the same time, there's going to be things you can't do that you can do now. You know, you can't drive. You're completely dependent on other people for everything in your life at that point.
Yeah.
You know,
Fine. I don't care.
I'll say 40.
40, I think is the right answer. I think 30s to 40s
Really?
is like the correct answer.
Okay.
Not even like old, even if bro, 30 is not old, bro. 30 is not old.
He said 40.
I said 40.
30 to 40 is not old. 30 to 40 is not old.
Ari's basically 30 right now.
Right,
Okay.
no, come on, man.
Dude,
Actually, I'm a
dude.
40-year-old
you're 40.
Ethiopian,
You're 40.
Ethiopian
You're
university
40.
professor with 2 kids.
What is your guys' rush? What is your guys' rush to fully grow up? I don't get it.
It's not a rush to grow up. It's just like
it's just I just want to be in that moment. I'm settled. Like I'm finally starting to.
At that
have
point, it's
stuff to
done.
my name.
You know? It's like Ted said. It's like Ted Mosby said in How I Met Your Mother, right? It's like how he
God.
always wanted to be like older, right? Compared to Barney, who was trying to be younger than his age. Where Ted says, in the future, I don't have to worry about anything. It was all in the past because he was obviously trying to find the right one. He was constantly unsuccessful. He was constantly worried about what his future is going to look like. In the future, you don't worry about that because it's already happened. You know, you get to just live and
but
enjoy
then
the
it's
life.
like what if it hasn't happened?
Oh shit! That's even worse.
That's why I don't think about it like that. I just think about it. That's the time when I feel like in my career I'll be in like I'll be putting things into motion that will last for my life and my kids' life and stuff. Hopefully, personally, I'm also gonna be there where I have kids, where I have a wife, whatever. But I think that's the time where I really will be on the precipice of achieving my goals.
or you could go forward to 40 and you're still
You've
not
done nothing
married,
with your
and
life.
you're waiting and you're asking your parents for the arranged marriage at 40 years old now,
Goddamn, bro.
and now
Well,
you
I
have to
said
do
35, so I should be done by
yeah,
40.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I'm
No,
saying,
but
bro.
your
It's
parents
scary
said no,
going
no, we're not
forward,
finding
bro.
anybody for you, man.
Yep,
Like,
exactly.
Honestly, I
forward's
did not
unknown.
expect you guys to go
Forward's
forwards
unknown.
there. I
Yeah.
thought you guys would go with the safe answer and go backwards because you don't know what's going to happen in the next 15 years.
I'd be more curious to see though what life's like in the future. I know what
I'm
happened in
really
the
not,
past. You
dude. I'm
know,
really
I
not.
already know
No,
what happened,
I feel like every
and it would be
conversation I
nice
have
to
with
relive
someone,
that. But
yeah,
Rishi, are you scared of the
too
future?
curious.
no, I don't
God
think I'm
damn.
scared of the future.
That's
I'm
a
just like,
deep question.
okay.
I think everybody's should
Yeah,
have a healthy
I was gonna
fear of
say
the
that.
future.
I was gonna say that. Like, I feel like the future is too like just the future is always too up in the air. Anything can happen at any given moment. So I'm just going back to like my safe zone, essentially.
Well,
When I felt,
I'm not talking about the world's future. I'm talking about your future.
yeah, my future. It's always anything can happen, bro. It's up in the air. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like I can at least go back to a time in my life where I know that I was safe, secure, and happy. I feel like that's like the three most important things. You know, like sure, maybe I don't get to drive. That's like small things, but I feel like dude, like we'll never experience pure joy the way that we did when we were kids. And I feel like the kids these days don't experience the same pure joy that we did when
Yeah.
we were kids as
They
well.
got iPads.
Dude,
They're just on
like
the phone.
it literally is that. Like we sound old saying that, but it just dead ass is that. Like it's so weird to say that in only like a 10 years difference, we grew up in an entirely different world than they did.
And
That's
like
what I'm
Like an
saying.
entirely
honestly,
different world.
Imagine our kids then what that's gonna look like.
Yeah,
no, but
exactly.
I think like I've seen a lot of clips on Instagram and stuff where it's like these parents just want their kids to go outside, bro. Like it's 70 degrees outside and these kids are like on their phones and
You couldn't
just
bring
like
me inside, bro.
yeah.
Like you
Even
actually could
me,
not bring me
who
inside, bro.
like was so like I was not good at sports or anything. I was outside all the time when the weather was
Yeah, like
nice.
come
Like
on.
even I was outside. I would go to my friend's house. Yeah, we'd be inside for part of it, but then we'd also go outside for half the time too. Like
But
it
yeah,
was like a
but
thing. It was a whole
like
neighborhood would be
you're not
outside.
sitting in your house. You're not
Like
like it doesn't matter if you're at
exactly.
your boy's
Like
house, you're sitting in their basement, like
yeah,
you're interacting, you're doing
Like
other
exactly.
things.
do you know the scene in Grown Ups, the first one where
Yes,
it's in the
yes.
beginning where like they're just on their phones and they're playing video games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then they go to the cabin later on and the guy's like, just go outside. He's like, bro, I want gelato
Yeah.
right now in
Yeah,
Italy
yeah,
and
yeah,
shit. And
yeah.
then he's like, bro, just go outside. It's great weather. And he's like, what do I do? And then like he goes outside, like the older sibling goes outside. He's like, doesn't know what to do with the rock. And then Adam Sandler's like, bro, just throw it. Just do something with it. Right. Like I feel like they projected this new generation, which is like doing exactly that.
Yeah. And that was then, which was what, like 2010 when tech was like
2012,
so
yeah, something
far
like that.
behind compared to when it is now. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God, bro. Like, dude, I remember like this is gonna sound really bad because obviously it was a devastating event and a lot of people were negatively affected by it.
Oh god.
But like when Sandy hit, right?
Oh, if you're
Like
gonna say 9/11.
oh no, bro, I wasn't even alive during 9/11, man. You think what the fuck was I doing in 9/11? No. No, I'm saying like during Hurricane Sandy when that hit, right? I don't know what it was, but like everybody was just outside like
Yeah.
at night. The
Yeah.
whole neighborhood was just alive. Like we would all be playing Manhunt, and I also am very lucky that like I grew up in a neighborhood where everybody's kind of around the same age. So we were all like good
Same,
friends. We played Manhunt across like the entire block. Like it was so sick. I remember it was like pitch black at night. We would all look up. All of our parents were also hanging out. The stars were just like filling up the entire sky because at that point there was like no light pollution or anything. Like you could actually see things so
Well,
clearly in the
Loki,
sky.
I'm
Like,
starting to see stuff now too.
really,
You can
I
kind of see the
started-
stars these days. You can
I've
kind of
been
see it,
noticing.
yeah.
I've been noticing it back in New Jersey.
Yeah.
I can still somewhat see it again, but I know there was like years where I just felt like I never saw anything
That's
when
fair.
I looked up. You
Yeah,
know, but
yeah.
I can still clearly remember. Like I always talk to you guys about like how we have those memories where like you can remember living through it, right? And you look up at it. I just remember that period of time so well. You know, I was sitting there like waiting for our generator to turn on for like 1 hour so I could
Yeah.
watch Ninjago. You know, so I could download the next episode and save it for when the power is out again. You know, like
Exactly.
Remember block parties, guys? Did you guys have?
Yeah.
We never
I feel
had
like, I
those.
feel like
We never
I
really
feel
had
not
like
those.
block
block
parties are dead now.
party, but yeah, we
I feel
never
like
had
Neighborhood
block
like
parties.
gatherings we'd have.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
we've had
stuff
block
like
parties,
that.
like fully had block
You
parties.
have more of like a community kind of
Yeah,
like
yeah.
neighborhood, which
No,
is why.
I'm saying like in my old neighborhood, not this one.
Oh, no,
But
Mayor's
like,
not throwing the bangers, bro.
mayor needs the
Oh.
funding, bro.
Bro, Mayor's rich, man.
Damn.
Oh no, but anyway,
Damn.
mayor's thin now actually. Very.
Okay, man.
But anyway, so probably shouldn't have said that. But it's okay. Don't clip it. But anyway, so I think like back then, like we'd have contests. We'd have like fastest guy. Like we like run around blocks and like act like we're on a track, the Olympic track field.
I thought you said fattest guy for a second. I was like,
Well, I would have won that every year.
year.
But like we would be like same thing as you are. Like you said, like, the stars would be out, all the parents would be out. We'd be playing like tag or manhunt, whatever the case might be. And it's just like such a great vibe. That's stuff that I would live through. It's like summer. It's like 90 degrees, 80 degrees. It's an awesome vibe.
Yeah, dude.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's all I was saying is like why I specifically chose the age like 7, 8, not 14, 15, 16. Because I feel like when you're 14, 15, 16, you're too forward looking. You're like, oh, now I'm close to 18. So when I can start like driving, now I'm 16 when I start driving. And when you're 18, you're like 21, then I can start doing that. So as soon as you reach like high school, that's when you're always like looking towards the next age. Before that, you're just so free flowing. Like so free flowing.
I think the only exceptions to that would be like real end of senior year or senior year summer.
Yeah, but that's like such a small time. That was
summer.
Fun. Yeah, that was fun.
I think those are the only periods that in our like adult life.
That was like junior summer.
2023, that was freshman of college. The summer after freshman of college.
God damn,
to me, those are the only summers like in our adult life that were like really like good that I will look back fondly on, in adult life, But that's what I'm saying. Like, if we are choosing going back, and you have to live through like one specific memory, not like a time period. There's one memory from your childhood that you get to relive. You don't change anything. You just get to relive that. What is that memory you're choosing? It could be something like you really love doing. It could be just a moment where it could be very simple. It could be just something that you were happiest in. What would you choose to relive?
Jesus.
I think in my life, it will be last year when my parents came for the USC
Really
game. It's been one of my
I think we've done this question before.
Yeah, we've done but this was for it was a different question, same answer, but I think because it happened so recently, I'm going to pick something that like 6 or 7 years old, basically what I just mentioned, which is the block party. Like that vibe, those memories I had every year, it was the best.
Wow, but otherwise you would choose something that recent? Like you consider life, that as like, wow, that's great.
That's one of the happiest moments of my college life, yeah. I felt,
but I'm saying in your life in general, that means you would put that as like number 1, number 2, like in your life.
Like top 5, top 10, something like that.
Wow,
yeah,
that's great, man.
Crazy. For me, okay, I would say like once it's so hard to pinpoint one, but I'm just gonna roll off the first one that came to my head. For me, it's my first football game I ever went to, Patriots Giants, 2017. It was just me and my dad. It was the first like real game I've ever been to in my life. First sports game I've been to with my dad.
Was it preseason or regular?
No, regular season, November. So it was like it's pretty like mid-season. Patriots were down. I was like, it was like my dad didn't watch too much football then, but he came obviously with me because I was like the biggest like diehard fan. I really want to go. It's just me and a sea of all Giants fans, and they're just egging me on the whole game. And I'm like, my dad is yelling like crazy. He doesn't even know what's going on. He's just yelling because I'm yelling. But that was honestly like genuinely one of the days I was the most happiest in my life. Like one of the best memories I have of my dad too. Like honestly, one of the best memories I have of my dad.
Wow.
Low-key, those football games were good. I remember I went to 2016 against the Cowboys, 2017 against the Eagles, where Giants won. It was an insane game, and I saw my 7th grade language arts teacher there.
Oh,
she was an Eagles fan. And then on Monday we talked about the game, but it was awesome. Same thing, Hrishi. It was just a great time.
I went 2016 Giants Panthers when the Odell Josh Norman thing happened.
Well, you were at that game?
Yeah, and that was also when the Panthers were undefeated, like on that crazy streak, and the Giants almost beat them. But then DRC fucked it up at the last. Like they could have had that pick, but he dropped it, and it pissed me off so much because they actually could have ended their streak. Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie, right?
Oh my god, mystical pull, bro.
Holy shit, dude.
Oh, wait, but Ari, what would you say? What would you say?
Oh, it's tough. I can barely even honestly remember this fully, but I can remember enough of it where it's like I just want to go back. Oh god.
You said.
When I got that G by 5 star, man, like no. Bro doesn't know.
He
Yeah.
doesn't
don't
know, bro.
know.
He doesn't know
No.
the
You don't know.
culture.
You don't know
He
ball.
don't.
You don't know
He
ball.
don't know. He don't
I
know.
don't
You don't
know
know.
ball.
You don't know ball. You don't know
I
Kumo
don't
ball.
know ball.
I would say
I can't believe that's considered a sport for us. You don't know
I
ball.
would probably say yeah. I think I might say when I was really little and me and my parents and my brother went up to Niagara Falls. Like it's a very like typical like
Mm,
Indian vacation, but there are things from that vacation that are just so like innocent and childlike that I would never think of or do in my life again
Like
that I
what?
remember. Like when we were going through Niagara Falls, we were on the boat going around the waterfall and we were wearing the little ponchos,
Yeah.
right? And the water's splashing you and hitting you. I can remember looking out onto the water, and I'm like I think 4 or maybe 6 at the time. You know me, obsessed little nerd with Pokemon. I remember just looking out into the water, pretending to throw Pokeballs at the water and
Oh
like
my
scream
god.
out different Pokemon names for water types, saying like, "Oh, go Gyarados!" Like, throw.
Squirtle.
Yeah, I was just like, I felt so happy in that moment. Like, I was just so like, it's just like ignorance, pure like ignorance is
yeah,
bliss
just
moment. Where you're not
pure
you're
imagination.
generally
That's it.
not thinking about anything but the imagination in your head. To me, they were there. You know, like in my head, as far as I knew, they were there with me. And I think
Yeah.
I think it was in first grade because I think I had my class pet. It was like a stuffed animal lion called Leo the lion that we each got to take for a week. And it just so happened that the week I had it was the week we were going on vacation, I think.
Nice.
So I got to take it around with me and take pictures for like our joint notebook with the class. So I got to take Leo the lion with me around Niagara Falls and stuff.
That's
So I thought that
fire.
was just really cute. I might be maybe I am blending stories, but I feel like it was at that same point. We also on that same vacation, I forget who it was. We randomly met outside of our hotel, like a legend Mets player, like just sitting outside our
Wow.
hotel. We just don't. I have no idea who it was now. But he played for the Mets, and at that point, also baseball was something in our house that like my dad and my brother loved. I watched like every now and then, but like we loved baseball at that point. And
Mm.
then that same trip, my parents surprised my brother with tickets to go see Yankees Blue Jays, and we drive up
Wow.
to the game, and that was like I think the first baseball game we ever saw,
Oh,
and it
that
was
was
such
in
a nice
Niagara
moment in
Falls?
Niagara
Like
when we were in
oh
Canada.
wow.
So
Okay,
it was
cool.
such a great trip. Like that, I barely even can remember fully things that happened. But to me, I feel like wanting to relive something where you are just so ignorant of what's going on is
I
just the
think
best thing to do.
another
Like,
one that I have is like um this was actually caught on video because my dad had like a
oh,
recording, which I was so happy
yeah.
he did. When he surprised us for the first time when we were going to Disneyland or Disney World
Oh,
in Florida. We were
how
like
old are
6
you?
I was 6 years old. Oh, so like,
Oh,
that was really cool. Um that was good. I mean I only remember it because of the recording, but
yeah.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
so cute. Wait, dude, I actually have two more. Now I'm just like rethinking. There's actually another one with my dad too. My mom, my sister, and me came back from India. And this is when the original Xbox first came out.
Oh,
So my dad is the reason I got into video games because he would play video games a lot. And so I
that's so
came
wild.
back home. When I came back home, and I turned on the TV. There was magically a new Xbox plugged in to the TV that was starting up. I've never like honestly, I don't think I've ever had more like joy and excitement come out of me than like when I saw the Xbox. And my dad got the Lego Harry Potter game, and we sat there
Oh,
and we played the Lego Harry Potter game for like 6 hours. We just sat there on the
Wow.
couch on the
oh,
dark, just played Lego Harry Potter. My mom would play too sometimes, but like she wasn't really that good.
that's so
Sorry,
sweet. Like when the
one
parents get
more.
involved in games,
Yeah,
that's so
yeah, dude,
cute.
me and my dad used to play games like all the time together. It was
That's sick.
honestly the greatest memory. But there's one more too. This one's also kind of cute, and this one also is like it also just relates to me as well. But I just remember this one clearly. It was actually my sister's like first Christmas when she was like when she wasn't like
Oh,
nonverbal and stuff. Like when she wasn't
yeah,
like a little tiny baby. So we got her
Nonverbal.
this. So we got her this
non-verbal's
note.
crazy.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
crazy.
it is what it is. Like when she's conscious enough to understand things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, that must be a
Um,
great moment, actually. Yeah.
dude, crazy. So we got her like a little note from Santa,
Oh,
which we were just looking at this video the other day. She was like reading it out, like miss saying like half the words. She was like she got so excited. She's like Santa got my letter, like
oh,
just pure joy, pure bliss, pure ignorance. Like honestly, like that's what makes me look forward to like seeing my own kids like first Christmas. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Crazy, dude. I don't know
That's so nice.
where
Yeah.
this whole idea of Santa came from, but like whoever
Coca
created it,
Cola.
honestly, who
Coca Cola created it.
Really?
Yeah.
really?
Oh, actually I know, but it was an
Yeah.
ad and then they
It was
made
for
it.
an ad. That's
Yeah.
why it's black and
Really?
white. Yeah. Or sorry,
Dude,
red and white. Yeah.
the fact that
Everything's
it got
marketing, man.
institutionalized this
Yeah.
crazy, dude, it gives kids the best
Yeah.
memories of their life, like hands down,
Yeah.
hands down. Nothing beats
It's all because of Coke,
your
guys.
belief in Santa. It's all because of Coke. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Agua.
No,
Yeah.
yeah. Those are all memories I would definitely like. Hopefully, again, going back to the marriage thing, people bring up in these speeches, right?
Yeah.
I know our siblings would probably bring up negative things or stuff that like is like gonna troll you, but I think parents would bring up and I've seen pretty unique, really nice speeches that fathers and mothers give to their kids. So
Yeah. I think you need the balance. You need the balance,
yeah.
you know.
You definitely do need the balance. Wow, dude, this was a crazy trip down memory lane. I'm not gonna lie. This whole episode was like honestly a crazy throwback.
Yeah, we traveled through time, man. Went forward and went backward, man.
Forward and backwards. I
That's
still don't
fair,
agree
yeah.
with you guys on that, to be honest. But you know, if you guys want more conversations like this, I had a really fun time talking to you guys about this. You know, in general, make sure like, comment, subscribe. Please check out us on all platforms because TikTok is here, hopefully for a long, long time, and obviously on YouTube and Instagram as well at Famous Chili Pod. See you guys next time. All right.
Peace out.
Yep.
Peace.